there we go. We have 2 bags of the most fantastic cucumber that has ever been seen on this planet, and that hopefully will help to soothe the eyes of the girl and the boy. So I've been walking along this path in this gorgeous afternoon sunlight, and suddenly in front of me, like I couldn't miss it, is this enormous stick. Now how big is that? I'm going to put my foot in my jeans here. That is just amazing. That is just amazing. So I had to find out who had sent the stick, who had placed the stick. So given the conversations that we've had over the past couple of days regarding injuries, it transpires that Y stick, Y limb, half a tree, was left by Abaq's sister. Her name is Dasub, and her son is called, funny enough, Dasir, and he is the young boy that was a young man that's been injured by one of the deer, and he's 24 years old. And I think they do use, they call each other after namesakes, so his name will be after Abaq's brother. Anyway, he's 24 years old, and Dasub has left that Y stick there. I thought it was maybe for the general public or someone to see, but it wasn't there yesterday, and she'd left that for me, which was beautiful, a really, really lovely thing to do. Isn't that kind? So I'm so pleased that I've brought a little something for Dasir, and also for Dasir's daughter, who's called Adkadaba, and I believe that for short they call her Daba. But her proper name is Adkadaba, and Adkadaba is 33 years old. So here I am, sitting in the middle of the woods. There's all sorts of crackling going on directly in front of me, which is behind your viewpoint, and I have brought 2 bags of cucumber, both sliced, and I'm going to lay them on here, on this tree stump beside me, and just sit here for a while. I brought my rods, coffee. Now, there is a bag each. There is 1 bag of cucumber for Dasub's son, and his name is Dasir. He's 24 years old. And there's also another bag for Dasir's daughter. She is 33, and her name is Adkadaba. And I think she's called Daba for short. They were both blinded while hunting for deer, and they've lost the sight in both their eyes, so that's total blindness. So what I thought, if I fetched some cucumber, it would just soothe the eyes. It's not going to heal them, it's not going to make them see again or anything. It's just something you can put on your eyes to soothe it. You know, if you've got tired eyes or sore eyes, there's something in it that helps. I know there is witch hazel in these woods, so I'm fairly certain that the family will have got some witch hazel. So we're just going to sit here for a while and we'll have a chat. They've asked me to come over here, and I believe they're not far in this direction. Just wait and see. movement. Ooh. Okay. And I'm sitting on a plastic bag. The tree collapsed. Okay, so it's never had such a ton weight on it. Well, it's a very, very peaceful and very silent place. You just hear way, way distant rumbles of cars over that way. Farm traffic, I think. One or two birds. Indistinct movement coming this way from this direction. Okay. So I wanted to ask Abaq about birds and the significance of birds and animals. So I've got the rods, so you can see what the answers are. Abaq, are you able to hear me? I think the answer to that is yes, because I think he's probably standing about 6 or 8 feet away from me at the moment. Would that be right? Could you use the rods to point to where you're standing? Are you within 2 meters of me? Am I right in you're standing here, right here? I can't see you, but I can feel your energy. Did anybody else sit on this log beside me? Is that why the log shifted down? And who sat on the log beside me? Dacia? Was it you? Is that why this log sunk down? No, that is funny. Are you sitting right beside me? Wow. Well, Dacia. I can't see anything, but I believe he's sitting right beside me. I wanted to ask about animals. So do you communicate with the badgers? You do. Do you communicate with the foxes? You do. So that's badgers and foxes. Is there somebody standing to my right? Is there somebody to my right? Yes. Is it Dasub? Abaq's sister, Dasub, is standing to my right. I wondered, because this rod keeps wanting to go over there. Well, hello Dasub. Isn't this wonderful? It's like a family meeting. It's a very wonderful feeling. So we go back to the animals. So we talk, you communicate with badgers, you communicate with foxes. Do you communicate with stoats? You do. So all of those animals would be completely off the menu. Yeah, they wouldn't touch them because they're sacred to them. Now, on to birds and the like. Eagles, the big giant raptors, golden eagles, buzzards. Do you communicate directly with them? No. Do they take communication directly from source? They do. Do they take communication directly from authority outside of this planet? From your home planet? They would be a means of communicating from where you originate from. Am I right in thinking that that is nebula? Right. So the eagles, so there's a hierarchy within the birds. Right. So the eagles, do they communicate to the kites and the hawks? So would you communicate directly with the kites and the hawks? Yeah. So the eagles really are the direct messenger, if you like, to the gods. Right. To source. To Mother Earth. So you communicate with the hawks and the kites. Do they then communicate with crows? So crows are the foot soldiers. And hawks and kites are the generals and the captains. So there is a hierarchy. So those crows then, they would be your messengers as well. If you had something you wanted to disperse out amongst the forest, you would speak to the crows. And they would do your foot soldier work. Isn't it interesting? I had no idea that there was this going on. So as I'm speaking, is there somebody standing behind me? Because I can feel that. Is there more than one person? Is it the children? No. Is it Amagaba? Amagaba, you're on TV. This is my new cameraman, Amagaba. So I'd like to give these 2 bags of cucumbers. There's one each, I'll show you. They've kind of got all condensated up. But there's one each. There's one for Dacia, that is Dasub's son. And there's one for Adkadaba, who is Dacia daughter. And just if their eyes get sore, where they've needed to heal properly, they can put the cucumber on and it can soothe it a bit. But I will think about something else. Do you use witch hazel on your eyes? You do. And you have witch hazel in this forest. So you can help with that. That can help take any irritation away. Right. Interesting. Really interesting. Well, thank you for allowing me to sit here and speak. I'll leave you all in peace. And thank you. A rock, just sitting there on the top of a tree stump. Now, if I can try and show you how precariously balanced that is, and you can tell me if you think that's normal. It's strange, isn't it?